You are live.
Okay, great. Well, this is our final meeting of the Landlord Tenant Study Committee. I am Rep. Emily Krasnow from Chittenden 9. I don't think we need to go around and do introductions since we won't have any guests. So, John, do you want to take it away?
Sure. So, good
Yeah.
morning, everyone. John Gray, Office of Legislative Counsel. I'm going to share my screen real quick. So you guys, can you see this, or is this super small?
Yep, it's good. I mean, I can squint.
Maybe that's
I'm on my phone today, so it's easier.
in any event, we're not really walking through the text, so it's a little bit less important. I just wanted to pull up. This is the final report. So the document that was circulated in between meetings with highlighting. I can flip to that if you guys want to see it, but that document reflects all of the updates that were requested at the last study committee meeting. And then the sole changes that you see in this final report, which is the draft for the vote, is I've updated the title to reflect the date on which the vote is occurring, and I've removed all the highlighting and tried to pick up all of the little nits that I could find, so typos and the like. I do understand that Terry is going to send me one little nit, but this is the report that is available for voting on. And hopefully you guys have had a chance to look through this. I'll quickly point out the things in the report that are not reflective of what was discussed at the last meeting. One is just updating this committee membership title to be more descriptive. This section summarizing activity is new and provides a place at which to list all of the folks who testified and give a quick update on what the committee elected to do. I think everything else that's in here is reflective of what we discussed at the last meeting. So updates to the landlord concerns column. I'm going to scan really quickly. This lead-in language for the policy proposals section is new and clarifies that the committee is not taking a stance on any of these particular policies. It's just outlining the discussions that happened, and then notes at the end, the committee recommends further investigation in the upcoming legislative session. For rent control stabilization, you'll note that I've made the update to include this language throughout. And then for the recommendations for further investigation, I added a few pieces here at the very bottom, in line with the recommendations that were made at our last meeting. So with that, I can maybe stop sharing and turn it back over for formal action, unless you guys would like to ask me any questions.
Does anyone have any questions for John?
I do not.
All right. Sweet. Well, thanks everyone, and really appreciate this. Rep Parsons and I are back on our committee of jurisdiction, and the work will begin. And I know that I personally will be working on this session, and working with the report to guide some of that work, and meeting with stakeholders in the next few weeks to hear more. So stay tuned on that end from me. Yes, Terry.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to thank you, the other committee members, and John. To me, this was such an educational experience, and I learned so much. And John, I thought you did an amazing job with the draft report. It was very thorough, very complete. And anyway, I just wanted to be sure and express my appreciation for what I thought was just a really beneficial exercise.
Yeah, no, thank you, John. We can't thank you enough for your work on this. And so now who calls the roll? Me or someone else? I don't know.
Well, I can make the motion to accept the report if you'd like.
That would be great. Do we have a second? Does it have to be a legislator? I don't know. Sorry. John?
I don't actually know the answer to that if it has to be a legislator.
All right. Well, I'll second it if that's allowed. And then, John, do you know who calls the roll since we don't have a clerk?
I don't see why anyone couldn't do it. I'm not sure who's.
All right, Joe, would you mind doing it?
Yeah, not a problem. I don't have anything to write with. I'll just look at who was here
Should be pretty.
and then go from there. Yeah.
All right.
All right. If there's anybody not feeling that this report should go through, we can just do it on voice vote, can't we?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. All those in favor of accepting the report, what is it, 4.1, John?
I can. It's titled "Final Report" in the
All right,
committee.
that's what we'll do
then.
then.
Reference it.
So all those in favor of accepting the final report as drafted, say aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. There we go.
All right.
Yeah,
So yep. So it's 702. Is that correct, John?
Flip through. Yes.
Excellent. All right. And I believe that I will be presenting this to the Senate committee at some point soon, and we will release this far and wide, and feel free to share it with folks and be in contact with folks if you have thoughts or questions during the legislative session. All right. I think we're good to go. Thanks again,